Kingdom Hearts 1 is a pretty old game. It came out back in 2002 for the best gaming console of all time. And yes, I know it was remastered in 2013 in HD for the PS3. And yes, I know it got 60 FPS on the PS4 back in 2017. And while the first one was a remaster, the second one was just a port with better frame rate. Now, before we dive into the remake speculations, let me quickly explain what a remaster and a remake actually are. A remaster is considered kind of an upgrade to an already existing game. This is very important. An existing game. It can have improved graphics, controls, quality of life improvements, and so on. While a remaster does improve the game is still the same game, meaning it was not made again, but it was rather built upon. A remake is when developers completely remake the entire game from the ground up. Every single asset, every single cutscene, and every single piece of code in that game is made again. A good example of a remake would certainly be Mafia Definitive Edition, which in my opinion is one of the best remakes of a game ever made. While a good example of a remaster would be Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, or maybe the GT Trilogy Definitive Edition. No, wait, not that. I specifically said a good remaster. It literally says it in the freaking script, god damn it. So now that we cleared up the differences between a remaster and a remake, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is certainly showing its age.
I'm sorry, but that's an accurate description. What else do you want me to call it?
Even after the remasters and the ports, when you play KH1, you know that this game was not released last year or something. Now, if a remake of the game actually happens, which I highly doubt that it ever will, but let's say that hypothetically it happens. Let's go ahead and start with the positive sides of the potential remake. Here are some things I would really like to see. And yes, I know the loading times on PC and PS4 and PS5 and the new Xboxes are almost instant. I would still like for this supposed remake to have sort of seamless loading times, kind of like the ones we see in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, we know it can be done since they already did it 4 years back with KH3, so it would be awesome to see those kind of loading times. And yes, I know that in KH3 we have loading times between worlds and whatnot, but that's not the issue. I get that. The loading times I am referring to are the ones when we are actually in a world, when we're going through different areas of the world. A good example of this in KH3 would be in Twilight Town, where we can literally explore the whole entire world without any loading at all. That is something that would be really cool to see in this unlikely remake that we're talking about today. Kingdom Hearts 1 has a lot of text bubbles, which are, as we know, not voice acted. Now, this is a bit of a long shot again, and I understand that, but wouldn't it be cool if we have most of these text bubbles, not all of them, they don't all have to be voice acted, but wouldn't it be awesome if we had most of these text bubbles voice acted for real? In KH3, there are significantly less text bubbles, especially when compared to KH1. So yeah, voice acted text bubbles would be pretty damn cool. Whether we like it or not, KH1 graphics are just not it for today's standards, to put it lightly. Now, I don't really mean that this game needs graphics like Uncharted or Mafia or even GTA 5. Say what you want to say, but GTA 5 still holds up really well considering its age. After all, KH1 is an action RPG, which doesn't really need those kind of graphics. What would be awesome is for the game to be remade in Unreal Engine. This would give it KH3 style graphics, and we can all agree that that would be freaking beautiful. Say what you want, KH3 looks freaking gorgeous. And now that we looked at the positive sides of this hypothetical remake, we still have a major downside to all of this. That downside is, you guessed it, the release of Kingdom Hearts 4 and Missing Link. Kingdom Hearts 4, as well as a lot of other stuff that we know about, is in the works. Now, if Square started working on a remake of KH1, it's very possible, if not certain, that that would push back the release of Kingdom Hearts 4 and Missing Link. Which, by the way, the release date of Missing Link and KH4, let's face it, we still have no information regarding that release date, so who knows when all of that stuff's gonna go down. However, now it's time to answer the main question. Should Kingdom Hearts 4... For fuck's sake, not Kingdom Hearts 4. Should Kingdom Hearts 1 get a full remake? Well, considering everything I just said, I would have to say not yet. And if a remake were to actually happen, which again, I highly doubt that it will. In fact, it probably will not. But if it were to happen, it would probably be sometime long after KH4. And that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a discussion video. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.